That's correct. He goes over and takes, unfortunately, the life of these two girls. They are now in heaven. God rest their soul. Something, you know, Charlie Kirk is unfamiliar with. Isn't that right, Charlie? Yeah, I know.
Tells viewers it's all because allegedly Maria had made fun of Charlie Kirk.
So, bro, I'm telling you, bro, something's wrong with these dudes, man. Charlie Kirk fan Vincent Battloro snapped, and conservatives stay silent. Video by The Amazing Lucas. All right, let's check this out, man.
Black on black crime?
Right. Where's that black? How about that black on black crime, though?
I at first was going to do a separate video about the comments that Don Lemon said regarding white men, and then how Matt Walsh did the meme. But I think this just flows more perfectly into this video. Because if you haven't heard, there was, I don't know, another common occurrence by this certain demographic. You had a white male, Vincent Battloro, okay? Battloro, yeah. It's hilarious that they call him Battloro because you had to be crazy to do something like this. So Vincent is a representative, is emblematic of a large swath of this country. White, male, incel.
Right. Dangerous combination. Dangerous combination. The white male incel? That man, better watch out. He's dangerous.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and violent, and low impulse control.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's awfully similar to another demographic that they say. Never mind, that's not important. Let's continue on with the story. Well, Vincent was apparently trying to go after this girl, and the girl was like, no, leave me alone, you're weird. You know, right? Yeah, I'm sure they hear this all the time. You're weird, you're ugly, you're nasty, you got no muscles, you know, you got no game, right?
She reportedly had spurned his advances and had filed for a restraining order against him.
Hi, can I place an order for delivery, please? Can I get 2 large pepperoni pizzas? It'll be cash at the door.
He then lets out that demonic laugh.
Oh, fuck.
So what happens is now Vincent is starting to see that this girl
Hell no, bro.
is making fun of Charlie Kirk. And Vincent loses it. He goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And Vincent goes so crazy. And I don't want to give him an out by saying crazy because that I don't mean by like insanity, you know, I'm innocent because I'm crazy. I mean like this is like their normal.
Right, because they aren't going to give that one guy who stabbed that white chick on the train, they're not going to give him a pass. And he literally has diagnosed clinical schizophrenia. They're not going to give him a pass, right, of mental health. So I don't care about what they trying to say over here.
State. Just based off the pattern recognition, this is their normal state is crazy. So Vincent uses his car and at 70 miles per hour, that's correct. He goes over and takes, unfortunately, the life of these two girls. They are now in heaven. God rest their soul. Something, you know, Charlie Kirk is unfamiliar with. Isn't that right, Charlie? Yeah, I know.
Tells viewers it's all because allegedly Maria had made fun of Charlie Kirk.
So,
bro, I'm telling you, bro, something's wrong with these dudes, man. They wanna be like they're in love with this guy. They're in love with this dude, man. Oh my God. There's some homoerotic about it, I think, with a lot of these dudes. They hate women so much, bro. This is so sick.
Inspired by Charlie Kirk and the likes of Andrew Tate. He did this violent, heinous activity, this tragedy. And I'm very curious, maybe Piers Morgan will have me back on to talk about the violence of the right. Maybe J.D. Vance and Donald Trump will put out a tweet to talk about, you know, the violence of the right and how we have to cool down the temperature. Maybe Charlie Kirk. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he can tweet from hell, but, you know, give it a shot. Ask Satan for permission. Maybe Charlie Kirk can tell us about this awesome shirt.
Right,
and this, I will say, is an awesome shirt. How?
Nah, that is clever. How did per capita help Charlie Kirk, right? Yeah.
Did per capita help Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Can someone explain that to me? For all the high IQ white men out there, can one of y'all explain it to me? I find it so fascinating. Now, tying back in to what Don Lemon said, which was white men, y'all are broken, y'all need help.
Right.
Men who look like you, men who vote like you, and men who sound like you. White men, something is broken.
Damn.
Something is cracked.
Yeah.
Damn.
Deep inside, when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
And the
Crazy.
irony
Such
of that,
a violent people, man. Such a violent people. You know, black people get labeled as violent, but when you think about groups of people who feel comfortable showing up to protests strapped to the gills with fucking AR-15s and all kinds of assault rifles, what race of people do you think of? When you hear about people, innocent people being mowed down, gunned down, who do you think is usually the perpetrator of such a violent act? It's so crazy how they've managed to cast a spell on Americans, especially other minority groups, about black people. When you ask yourself all of these questions, the answer you get every time. Serial killer. You hear some guy is going around tying up women, cutting their throats, raping them, you know what I'm saying, by the dozens. Who do you think it's gonna be, right? Look at Netflix, all the Netflix documentaries about serial killers. What is it usually? Come on, man. But yet the black man is the one that gets turned into the boogeyman. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy?
and the irony of Matt Walsh talking about, well, black men are way more violent. Sir, within a time span of what, maybe a few weeks, y'all killed Charlie Kirk.
Right.
Y'all did a mass shooting, multiple mass shootings.
Yeah.
Y'all now just attacked someone, actually took the life of two innocent girls because of words.
Right.
All right? And you had Piers Morgan calling me, talking, getting upset about me over memes. Bruh.
Why is Matt Walsh worried about black violence? Why you worried about that, bro? 8 out of 10 white people, both male and female, when they're killed by white men. It seems like you have more pressing issues to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you should have more pressing issues to deal with.
And then they want to talk about, well, black on black crime. Listen, how does per capita, how did that help these two girls? How did per capita help the kids that were praying in the middle of prayer that a white male youth went and the school, okay, the church? How does that help them? Can someone explain that to me? This is a great shirt. I love this shirt. Per capita, all right? This may be the only shirt I wear for all of my videos, okay, for the rest of this year. How did the per capita, how'd that help? Can someone explain that to me? All right. Anybody in the audience? Perhaps what you should be focused on is yourself. Perhaps instead of deflecting blame and responsibility on black crime, because I don't know how black on black crime affects you, little Timmy.
Right.
How did black on black crime affect Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Huh? How did black on black crime affect these two girls? How did black on black crime affect, anyone in the history of this country, to be honest with you?
Right.
There has been one group of people, and these evil people, all right? The lineage of evil, as I call them, all right? When it comes to these white males, and it's always a white male, always. You can look throughout all of history, it always stems from a white male.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Always. And let me just be clear, I'm not blaming all white men. No. I'm not doing that, because you have to understand, that's what they love to do. That's what they try to argue with Don Lemon, right? Well, you're married to a white male. Listen, the white male that Don Lemon's talking about, the white male that I'm talking about, they would have killed him, okay? They would have had him hanging from a tree and called him an N-word lover. That's what they would have done, all right? Damn. So there is a group of white men throughout this country who would have
and the F word. They would have called him an F word and an N-word lover.
killed the good white men who would have tried to stop. Hey,
that's the craziest part too, bro. When white conservative Christians talk about the freeing of the slaves, it's like, bro, it's not you, dog. Like, if you were there in the late 1800s, you would not have been on the side of the white people trying to free the slaves. You would have been a Confederate. You would have been trying to keep them. The Southern Baptist Church organization, as it exists in America, was founded for the sole reason of preserving slavery. There is nothing more ironic than a black Baptist There is nothing more ironic. The denomination came together and was cemented and founded upon their desire to keep slaves. The Southern Baptist Convention, that's what it's called. The Christians that fought to free the slaves, they were the progressive Christians of their time. So they're the equivalent of the Christians today that are pro-women pastors. They're okay with gay people being a part of their congregation. They don't believe that gay people are going to hell just because they're living in some kind of a gay relationship. The woke Christians of today are the equivalent to the Christians who fought to free the slaves back then. Now you tell me, Mr. Conservative, which side do you think you would have been on? Well, if you're a Christian and you have a problem with them taking down Confederate statues and you have a problem with people demonizing the Confederate flag, you got your answer, bro. You got your answer, which side you would have been on.
Shouldn't do slavery. They would have killed them, and they did. Hey, we shouldn't do this. Hey, we should allow women to vote. They would have killed them, and they did. Every single progress that we've had in this country, there have been these evil white men and everyone else who try to stop them. And eventually it gets to the point where they're in such a position of power that they terrorize. And we see this now with Donald Trump, okay, who I very much believe is a part of this lineage of evil, who are now terrorizing the country. And it's up to everyone else, all of us, to stand up and fight against this tyranny, to stand up and fight against this censorship, against this fascist dictator, all right? This Hitler is what J.D. Vance said. I didn't call him that. Vance called him Hitler.
Right. I'm a never Trump guy. Never liked him. Terrible candidate. Idiot if you voted for him.
Damn.
Might be America's Hitler. Might be a cynical a-hole.
Wow.
Cultural heroine. Noxious and reprehensible.
Because these people want to deflect blame. They want to have the majority of y'all white ignorance. And I'm going to call y'all that because that's what y'all are. Unfortunately, you guys are useful idiots to the white elites. All these people praising J.D. Vance, all these people praising Trump, all these people praising these white pundits, they don't live where you live, okay? And I'm the only person, along with, I'll say, Don Lemon. Don Lemon's trying to help you all out as well. But I've been trying to help you guys out for quite some time. I've been trying to tell you that the Lyndon B. Johnson quote is what's going to destroy and implode this country. You are so focused on
here's what Lyndon B. Johnson said. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice when you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he'll empty his pockets for you. Damn, Lyndon, you was a racist white supremacist. But you got bars, bro. You got bars, dude.
white girl on a train, okay, who was horrible
bars,
tragedy,
bro.
But you're focused on the black person and not the schizophrenia that the person suffered from, okay? Because apparently black people can't have mental problems because that is exclusive to white people in their heads. That's what you have to understand.
Right.
And per capita, they would be correct, okay? Y'all got it when it comes to mental health. Y'all got it when it comes to suicide. Y'all got it when it comes to degeneracy of any and all.
That's a crazy thing when they like to talk about, oh, well, you know, per capita, more black people are on welfare. Bro, you should be ashamed that any of y'all is on welfare at all. By your logic, I actually don't believe so. I think we live in a system, economic system that is designed to destroy everyone who is not a part of the elite, including white people. And that's where the finesse is when you get bamboozled by billionaires like Elon Musk, who has received what is essentially billions of dollars in government handouts and government contracts when he should be broke and bankrupt today because he could not actually survive in the free market. And so he had to rely upon the government giving him bailouts after bailouts, just like the billionaire bank owners, right? And so all those dudes who got billions in handouts, they then con you into demonizing government assistance. Isn't that crazy? Just for you to struggle to make ends meet and you start thinking there's something wrong with you because you're living paycheck to paycheck. Nigga, you're in a rigged game. Wake up. The game is rigged. But just humoring the way you think with all of the handouts and benefits and leg ups and all of the apparently the superiority of white genes. Isn't it a shame that so many of y'all is still on welfare? What's going on there? Before you criticize how many black people on welfare or how many Hispanic people on welfare, why are any of y'all on welfare? But the group of people who do take the largest chunk out of the welfare is white people. Can a white conservative explain that to me? Will we ever hear Matt Walsh, Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, any of the conservatives, bro? But I actually want a white conservative to explain that to me. Make it make sense. Why do white people take the largest portion of the welfare? Yes, I get it. Per capita, you use it the least, but still, why are so many poor whites on welfare? And you know what? They're never going to actually address that question. They would never answer that. You know why? Because those are the people who voted Donald Trump into power. Poor whites. Poor whites. You need the poor whites. Can't start going around offending them now. A lot of them are on food stamps. A lot of them are on Medicare and Medicaid and all the aids there are. Okay? The farmers in Arkansas, they're asking for a check, a handout. 1 in 3 of them are about to go bankrupt. Why don't you tell them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, huh? You'll never hear it from them. The fact that any of y'all are on welfare with the fucking head start y'all got is embarrassing, bro. Truly. That's what I would say if I was playing your fucking bullshit elitist game. I actually don't believe that, though. I do believe it makes perfect sense why there's so many people struggling of all demographics in this country.
And y'all got it when it comes to vandalism, arson, money laundering, tax fraud. I can go on and on and on, all the crimes per capita y'all represent. The only way it can help you is if you care about you. And the sad part is, I hope all the white people, okay, the white ignorants, all right, hope all y'all are listening to me. They don't care about you. That's correct. They don't care about you. And you don't care about you. That's what they've conditioned you to believe, is that you don't care so much about, you care so little about you that you're more focused on black people. You're more focused on black. Your house is burning and you're too busy snooping into, they're not supposed to have a dog in the house. Let me call HOA. That's the type of
bro
genuinely trying to help you, okay? Because as the sun comes closer to the earth, guess who one of the first people who are gonna go bye-bye?
But that's the video, man. You let me know what you think about this situation down in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.